Everyone, welcome to K News 24/7. My name is Cameron. Here we have a latest PSL and also Bafana Bafana news updates. I have Ubonkosi, my co-host. We are going to talk about all this. As you can see, we have Mmamila, we have Junior Khanye, Mokoena, and also Fleurs from Kaizer Chiefs. How are you doing, man? Yeah, man, yesterday Bafana Bafana played very well against Morocco on the round of 16 of the AFCON. They've won the game 2-0. Many players excelled on that game, including Mokoena, our midfielder, who scored a stellar free kick on that game that gave us 2 goals. What can you say about the overall performance of Bafana Bafana?
Sanbunan sokalavat. Cameron mfethu usibonile izolo igame uthi benjani. Njengoba besikene with some expectations kuzodingeka ukuthi i-South Africa is apply sharp because they know ukuthi bawudlala ne-team efana ne-Morocco, and the Morocco know ukuthi it is a good tactical team because besifeel intimidated ukuthi bele badla ePortugal. But what interests me ukuthi all their games that they've lost badliwe Bafana Bafana 2 after going on a winning streak for 11 games without a lose. So it tells you ukuthi Bafana Bafana they prepared very well izolo, and we noticed ukuthi as in we played as a team, we were making mistakes but we were able to recover well, and also there were moments that we thought it is finished about Bafana Bafana, but everything turned out to be a blessing because even that penalty that we considered, we saw that if Mvala didn't use his hand to block that ball, it was going to be a goal, and we wouldn't be knowing what would become the outcome of the match, because if ever the score became 1-1 going to extra time, it was going to be a different result, because Morocco that they are running tightly, but with the squad that we have, let's say Mamelodi Sundowns players, they have that stamina to play a match of that caliber with such stamina, knowing that playing the whole 90 minutes without showing any signs of being tired, it was something remarkable, because we know that at Sundowns they are working overtime. So the players committed themselves, and we were able to defeat Morocco, because I think at the middle of the park we managed to sustain them very well, because causing Amrabat to receive a red card, it was something else. It was an icing on cake, because you knew the performance of Mokoena. Mokoena was outstanding yesterday. He was delivering passes to Mahopa, of which Mahopa wasn't taking them well, because you could see that the first touch was something that was let's say it was not good for him, because even when he had the opportunity to score before the goal that he scored, he had many moments to at least maybe put one on the post, but he didn't. So you can tell with yesterday the boys, the mentality was shifted, the focus was on the prize. They knew that if ever they're gonna beat Morocco, the headlines will be written that Bafana Bafana from boys to men. So now you can see with the only thing that is left it for us to go in the last 8 and show it why we are capable of defeating Morocco, and also why we are able to do what we are doing, because Mamelodi Sundowns players are the roots of our squad. With them we are able to now to feel at ease whenever we are watching Bafana Bafana. They are capable of causing an upset to many teams, because no one have thought good Bafana Bafana can defeat Morocco, but they did it yesterday with style. So we can tell we are in good hands in those Mamelodi Sundowns players.
Yeah, but even though we have won the game, but we have our former Kaizer Chiefs player, Junior Khanye. He is not happy with the performance of Bafana Bafana, as Morocco, they were dominating in terms of ball position, and we got lucky to win the game because they've missed a penalty and also a lot of opportunities that they have missed. So according to Junior Khanye, he states that we've won the game not because of we played very well, but we must thank the individual brilliance of Evidence Mahopa and Mokoena. What can you say about that?
Things like that in fact they don't matter, because now we have won, we have progressed to the last 8. What happened yesterday, it wasn't the reflection of how we are going to play maybe on the last 8, because you know that a tournament like AFCON is very difficult to play. So everything that we can use in our advantage, it is boosting us, because you know that we can't be playing a good football in terms of in a competition. We know that it is a cup competition, so everything what we do must be calculated in order for us to know that we're going to advance to the next stage. So the way we played yesterday, it wasn't the reflection of how we're going to play in the last 8, because you know that we are playing against a tactically good Morocco. They are very skillful, and also they play with the referee's whistle. So in order for us to be organized like that, it wasn't by fluke, because you know that if ever we have players like Mokoena, brilliant individual brilliance yesterday, even including Umakhop, but you know that that is not only alone. The team as a whole performed yesterday, because there were moments where we were interchanging ball position. There were moments whereby Morocco were dominating, and also there were moments whereby South Africa were dominating. The only difference is that we took our chances and then we converted them, but Morocco weren't in the game. Maybe it was the absence of their key players, Buffal and also Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, but replying to the statement of Junior Khanye, I think Junior Khanye is wrong this time. You have to understand when you are playing a league and also when you are playing a cup competition. In most cases, there's no need to play fancy football in cup competition, because we are in knockout stages. Why must you play fancy? Because all is needed is a win. It doesn't matter how you win the game. What matters, at the end of the game, you are the one celebrating, of which it was Bafana Bafana. So for me, I don't care much about how we played, how we dominated the game, how many passes. I don't care about all those things. What is most important? It is the results. We have managed to win the game. This is a cup game. If you want to play fancy, play fancy. But those who came to win the game will win, and then you will return home with your fancy style. So I think Bafana Bafana showed character. They understood the task. What is needed is to win the game and make it to the next round, which is top 8. So for Junior Khanye, no, he expected to see a beautiful play on the wrong competition. It's a cup game. He must understand football.
Yes, because and another thing is we are witnessing or watching that game, we managed to understand that in the way we are playing, it doesn't matter how we are playing, it is fancy or not, but what is important is the end result, because at the end of the day we won the match and Morocco are out. So it doesn't matter who scored, who didn't score, but as we play as a collective, we are a team, we are helping each other. If ever there's a player that has a weakness, there's a way that we can make sure that we don't make it to be visible, because that can cause our opponents to see as if we have that weakness and want to exploit that weakness. But the way we played yesterday, it showed character from the boys, that we know that these players are playing from Europe, and playing from Europe, it didn't mean anything to them, because also we have a player that is based in Europe, which is Sitol, of which he was very instrumental in the middle of the park. Him and Mokoena were very instrumental, because they managed to cause Amrabat to always move out of position in the spaces where he couldn't hit Bafana Bafana. That's where you could see Utemba Zwane also making him to drift wide, going to positions whereby he knows that is not effective. So that alone, it tells you that even us, even if we don't have many players from Europe, but the qualities that we have from the players that are playing from Mamelodi Sundowns, it shows that they are very tactical good, and also they understand the game better. That's where you'll see everyone shine, even though we know that the qualities are different, but when they were playing as a collective, they give us something positive. That's why we ended up winning the game yesterday, because we were the underdogs and we had nothing to lose. That's why we gave it our all, and at the end of the day, it paid us.
Very true. Morgan Mmamila once stated something on a video, giving credit to Mamelodi Sundowns, stating that as a country, we know that the structure, the roots of Mamelodi Sundowns have created by our legend coach Pitso Mosimane and Rulani Mokoena as an assistant of Pitso Mosimane during that time when the team was rebuilded. Remember, the success of Mamelodi Sundowns is not something that came out of blue. It was a process. So now Morgan Mmamila once suggested that what if Pitso Mosimane can be made the coach of Bafana Bafana with Rulani Mokoena as his assistant. As Mamelodi Sundowns are dominating, it means we can see the same Bafana Bafana dominating as Mamelodi Sundowns does. What can you say about that? Is it a good idea from Morgan Mmamila, or he was just talking as a comedian?
It is a good idea, but the only difference now is that you know that Pitso Mosimane had coached Bafana before. But now the only difference is that you know that the qualities they possess now with him and also Coach Roland Mokoena, they can help the country going far. But what I've liked about Coach Hugo Bruce, he had a statement that he wants the 3 best teams in the country to perform well, and then he can build the team around them. So even though Pitso Mosimane is not in the head seat or on the is not the head coach of Bafana Bafana, and also Roland Mokoena is not the assistant, but you can see that Hugo Bruce is able to take a risk, and these risk are paying him off. So coach Pitso Mosimane, I think he's good when he's at club level more than at being a national level. So even also Coach Rolando Mokoena, I don't think he'll succeed that much, because the national team is different from the club team, because you know that at Sundowns everything is being structured. They have ambition, they have the passion, they know how to run a club. But in terms of a national team, things are run by other people. There are federations involved there. There's SAFA, and you can see that SAFA sometimes it is failing us in terms of trying to develop the country. But in terms of club level, it is easier than more than at a national level. So I don't think that they were going to be that much influential as they are in club level, because at club level you are the master of your own things. If ever you are coaching, you know that if ever you give me these players. But sometimes at the international level it is difficult, because everything is being done for you. You just come there and be like, okay, yes, I agree, let's do this. But at club level, you know that you have the upper hand. So Mmamila, you know, it is always talking, but at this time I don't think it is a good idea. It is good that he compliments them in such a way that he believes that our country can be in good hands. But Pitso Mosimane tried before, but he didn't make it. So I don't know about Coach Roland Mokoena.
I think you have a point in terms of a difference between coaching a national team and just a club. Because coaching a club, you sign your own players. You send your scout to sign those particular players that you want into your club. But in terms of the national team, you are just picking from the teams that are performing during that time. So it is different, because sometimes you can be forced not to choose players from Kaizer Chiefs because Kaizer Chiefs is not performing very well, even though you want players from Kaizer Chiefs. But sometimes you may feel like, it will seems like you have favoritism. You will be forced to choose players from Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates because are the current top teams that are performing very well. So you don't have that flexibility, so which can affect the success of the team. So let's jump to Kaizer Chiefs. We have Fleurs, who have been training with the club for a while now. Ever since he came to Kaizer Chiefs, he was just training, but he never made his first debut. And now our coach Kevin Johnson, he made a promise to the fans that this time around, on the second round of the season, we will see Fleurs into the starting 11. I think he will replace Tatoyone Ditlhokwe, who is injured and he is not fully fit, even though he returned back to training with the rest of the squad as they are on the preseason, but he is not fully fit. And it looks like Fleurs, he is the one who will take charge Laphayana Ogu center back. What can you say?
Yeah, Fethu, it's been a while been looking for his debut, because we know that he is a good player, even though he has been struggling with injuries and also now fitness levels. But since they've been declared that he's fully fit, so it can be advantage for Kaizer Chiefs, because we know that he is tall, he's good on 1v1, and he's also good on communicating. He's flexible on his foot, he can play with the left and also on the right. So everything about him, I think it is interesting, and he's marvel to watch. I just can't wait to watch him playing alongside maybe Msimango or or who or
Jabulo
Jabulo Ngcobo. So it's all about that. In fact, I can't wait to see him because it's been a while longing to see him play at Naturena. So I think his debut is going to be something special. I just wish maybe we're gonna keep a clean sheet, showing that okay, he made his presence felt.
Yeah, guys, this is it. I think we've said it all. Big up, congratulations to Bafana Bafana. Bafit, we will see you next time with something tangible. Just don't forget to subscribe to the channel.